Hey everybody, and welcome to episode number 2 of the Odd Vlog. And I just wanted to do a really quick review for The Incredibles 2. It's been out for a while, so probably it's been seen by most of you. But just thought I'd give it a quick mention just because I thought it was really good. It's just such a good film. I actually think it's actually better than the first one. Carries on straight from where the first one left off with the whole Underminer thing. And it's kind of a film about family, but also about consequences. It actually reminds me quite a lot of Captain America Civil War in that respect, and the fact that superheroes sometimes leave a bit of a mess and kind of fall out from that. But it's a really good story. There's some great humour in that film, and certainly I think it's worth watching. It's a very good family movie. Jack's definitely the best character in that film, and the best thing about the film, I think. Just absolutely hilarious, and every scene that he's in is fantastic. Really the highlight, and just so brilliantly funny. Such a great addition, and it's a shame we didn't see more of him, I thought, in the first film, because he really just stood out as being so good. It's, I think, better than the first film. It's just got a kind of tone to it that you kind of would go to see it probably, with kids or family or whatever, but there's some really kind of adult humor and things that you can relate to, with like parenthood and trying to provide for a family and that kind of thing. So it's just really good, as well as being funny. Some of those scenes where you're kind of staying at home with the kids, and it's just absolutely hilarious, really, to see it. So I won't give any spoilers, but definitely check it out if you can. The action sequences are really good in it as well. There's a particularly good kind of helicopter action sequence in there, which is really good. Storyline's perhaps a little bit predictable. You can kind of see where it's going, and there's a bit of a twist in there with the bad guy, and you could kind of see it coming, I thought, but that was just me. Overall, though, 14 years is a long time to wait for a sequel, but very worth it, and hopefully we won't necessarily have to wait that long for a third one to come out, and would like them to do another one. I think it was really good, and definitely I'd like to see more, particularly of Jack, and they did kind of leave it at the end, much as they did with the first one, that they could kind of carry on into a third film. So yeah, check it out, definitely see it. I had mentioned on Twitter that I might do a vlog about the whole James Gunn saga story, whatever you want to call it. I'm not really going to go into a lot of detail about it. We've had some mixed stories coming out in the news today as to whether or not they're going to use James Gunn's script for Guardians of the Galaxy 3. Some sources say that Marvel and Disney will not use it, and some say that they are considering it, so we don't really know what the score is there. What we do know is that Dave Bautista, who plays Drax, has basically said that if they don't use the script, then he's going to try and get out of his contract, and we don't know about the rest of the cast, but I wouldn't be surprised if they tried to do the exact same thing. Whether they do or not, whether it's the right thing to do, it's not for me to decide, but ultimately, if they don't go ahead with the script and they lose all of the cast, do they just give up and not bother to make a third Guardians film, or do they try and basically recast every character, or maybe just do something completely different? In the comics, Guardians is pretty much a changing roster all the time, just as much as the Avengers are, so you kind of could have some new characters that potentially come in and kind of fill the shoes, but will it be as good as the first two? Who knows? It's pretty certain I don't think James Gunn will be rehired, despite all of the signatures to various petitions and this, that and everything else. I just don't see that happening. It's Disney. When have they ever gone back on a decision? And ultimately, I can kind of understand where they're coming from. I don't think a family kind of company, with the mantra that they have, can really allow themselves to be associated with somebody who would, even as a joke, make kind of comments or tweets like that. Even if it was 10 years ago, it doesn't really matter. So I can see where Disney are coming from. I think ultimately the worry is whether or not a third film still happens, and what will happen going forward for the next phase of Marvel movies, with James Gunn having been so heavily involved with that. We don't know. Ultimately, the film being good is really what I'm worried about. I'm not particularly concerned as to who plays what character and what script is used. I just want a good film. So we'll wait and see. I don't know whether it's the right decision. Again, it's not up to me. So let me know. Let me know your thoughts, whether or not you think James Gunn should be rehired, whether or not they think that they should use his script. Who knows? And let me know what you thought of The Incredibles 2. Brilliant film, as I say. If you haven't seen it yet, definitely go and see it while it's still in the cinema. It's well worth watching on the big screen, I thought. Yeah, definitely a very watchable movie, and I'm certainly looking forward to seeing it again. So with that being said, I'd be really grateful if you could subscribe and perhaps give this video a thumbs up, leave any comments, share it if you can. I'd love to be able to sort of spread the word a little bit. So yeah, and check me out on Twitter as well. My Disney channel on Twitter is @planetary_pilot, and my non-Disney channel for all random things is Richie_JA247. So with that being said, I'll see you all in episode number 3.